I want to ask Brian a question that I get asked all the time, and then I just want to sit back and listen because I know he's gotten this question. But now we're going to hear what his answer is. You ready for this, Brian?
I am. I am.
So I'm sitting in front of you. Somebody reached out to you in your program, your iFlip challenge, or whatever it is. Maybe they saw you on social media. Maybe they came from One Rental at a Time, and they ask you this one simple question: where should I start?
My answer is never sexy, but it's regular. Um,
I'm glad to hear that.
you always have to start with the end in mind. Like, why do you want to do it? What does investing in real estate do for you? What would you like it to do for you? Because based on what you want it to do for you, then that determines which vehicle you need to take to get to where you're trying to go. Right. So again, it's some people who come into our program that they really want to build up active income, right? They want chunks of discretionary money that they can do stuff with, whether it's travel more, whether it's pay for kids' college, whatever. Some of them diversify, go buy trucks. And it's like, okay, well, flipping and wholesaling will be great for you, right? Because you can make those chunks of money. And I tell them all, the end game for any investor, though, let's be clear, should be to have stuff on your balance sheet. It should be cash flow for everybody. Now, how you get there, I'm okay with, but it should just keep in mind the end game should always be cash flow. So the other folks come in and they're like, listen, I got to get out of this place. I make great money, but I've got to go. And I'm like, okay. So cash flow is the way that you should go, right? Because we got to get you to a point where not that you're making your salary one for one. The first goal with cash flow, if you're trying to leave your job, is to cover your monthly expenditure. Exactly. So stop trying to think you got to replace your salary. You just got to find a way to cover your monthly expenditure. And then you can go and create other streams of revenue elsewhere, right? But that's typically what I tell people, Mike, is a starting point.
Oh, I love, and I had no idea where you're going to go with that. I love that answer. To me, when I get those questions, it's always like, to your point, it's like, what do you want? Right? Most people come to real estate investing um, because of the money. I think it just attracts that kind of thing. I think there's a lot of social media, Brian, that makes real estate investing look easy. Dare I say, even sexy, right? These flipping shows. Mm-hmm. Real estate investing is none of that. It takes daily discipline. It takes focus. It takes work. Brian, I don't know if you know this, but it's slow, right? Building wealth is slow. I just want people to know the real world. It is absolutely possible. You can absolutely get wealthy. You can absolutely change your life, but it doesn't do it in a minute or an hour or a day. It takes time.
For sure. For sure. And I just want to debunk this myth because this happens far too often as well. People saying, you know what? I just think wholesaling is a great place to start because it's the least amount of work and the least amount of money.
Yeah, no money to start. I can just do it. No money to start.
I've had a lady come through one of our 5-day challenges down in Texas. She was a school teacher. She listened to YouTube University. She got a bunch of free information, which free information is expensive. And she got just enough to go out and be dangerous. So she pulled 17, 18 grand out of her retirement account as a teacher, goes out, starts buying dollars and, pulling lists and all this stuff she learned about, and literally lit it on fire. And she comes to the challenge and finally gets the help that she needs, but now she don't have the money to pay for the help that she needs. And it's like, we got free advice is expensive, y'all. We got to stop defaulting into what we think is the least path of resistance, because there is no least path of resistance. If you want to do it the right way, you need to learn the right way of doing it, because guess what? This bottle of water costs me the same as buying an apartment building. Because if I know how to go out and put together deals and partnerships and leverage other people's money to where I'm doing deals with no money out of pocket, then it's not about which strategy I start with. I start with the one that best serves me based on the skill that I've acquired. And everybody needs to get to the place where it all costs you the same, because you go out and develop the skill that's requisite for what you want to accomplish.
Yeah, I'm going to steal one of your lines again. Nobody can skip the line. Nobody can skip the line. YouTube University. I love also the statement, free information is expensive. Folks, at the end of the day, it is all possible. Both Brian and I are living proof of that. All the millionaires on my channel are living proof of that. But if you go back and read our stories, go to onerentalatatime.com. I actually spent almost 10 grand creating the website. because I wanted to celebrate the millionaires. Click on their stories, see what they've done, see, you know, their recommendations. And it just takes work, focus, daily discipline, and work. It's possible. Brian, where can people find you?
Brian Adamson Official on YouTube and Instagram.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
Mhm.